Hello, this is Robin Phillips, and this is a presentation of how I developed, analyzed, and evaluated my curriculum improvement plan for EDS 702. First, a little about the process. I met with Principal Horton at Wilson, where I teach, and I described the assignment that I had, which was to work collaboratively with him and develop a curriculum improvement plan. So I asked him, what is an area that you would like to address? And he quickly responded, reading and math in the middle grades. So then as a bonus, we had a discussion on the annual continuous improvement plan, or the ACIP. And he said that we typically address reading and math in our annual CIP. Mr. Horton said the school implements things in curriculum to improve performance scores. He said everything is based on test scores. He gave two examples. Last year we implemented a math enrichment class in 8th grade, and a couple of years ago we started a reading enrichment class in 7th grade. And so he talked more about how these additions have helped our scores, and he addressed some more things about the CIP. Some other background information for how this plan developed. Early this summer, I participated in a 2-week CPR2 program at UNA. And if you're not familiar with this, CPR2 is an acronym for Collaborative Partnership to Teach Mathematical Reasoning Through Computer Programming. It's a long collection of words there, but the program itself is really good. It's been going on for probably 6 or 7 years, and it's a program for teachers funded by a grant, and it's directed by the UNA math department. It's primarily math teachers, but this year we had 4 teachers that attended, including a couple of us math teachers and a science teacher and an English teacher. I say it's primarily math related, but there's a lot in the computer programming, so we do see several science teachers, but it was unique to see an English teacher. I was real proud of our 8th grade teacher, Ms. Smith, stepping up and attending this workshop. So this is going to play in the CIP plan that I developed. Based on these discussions with Mr. Horton and then other discussions I had with these teachers that attended the CPR2 workshop, we established this goal. The goal of this curriculum improvement plan is to increase the percent of students meeting or exceeding target goals on the math portion of the Scantron Performance Series with the implementation of additional teacher-guided discovery-based activities in grades 7 through 8. So based on the documented need indicated, Mr. Horton discussed the declining scores from grade to grade that were indicated on the performance series, especially in the middle grades. There was a decline from one grade to the next, and another documentation that was used for this was the annual stakeholder survey responses indicated that the students didn't feel like other students would help each other if they weren't already friends. So we tied these two things together, the results from performance series and the results from the student survey, to address these needs by creating the following objectives. Number one, to increase the percent of students meeting or exceeding their target goals on the mathematics portion of the performance series in grades 7 and 8 by 3%. And number 2, to implement problem-solving activities that promote collaboration and communication among students. As a result of the goals and objectives, our CIP has 6 strategies, some of which are based on the Alabama course of study. And you may or may not know, the Alabama course of study mathematics is based on 8 Common Core State Standards of Mathematics. It's abbreviated CCSS, Common Core State Standards. So our first strategy is to utilize CPR2, the workshop that I talked about, to use the type of learning that is taught in that workshop. It's discovery learning, activities to increase mathematical reasoning. And this ties to Common Core State Standard number 1, which is make sense and persevere. The activities we did this summer in the CPR2 required a lot of perseverance, a lot of collaboration, and the teachers were the students in this workshop. We were actually going through the things that students in the high schools will be going through. And the time frame for strategy number 1 would be a goal to use these activities monthly, starting in August, going through the end of the school year in May. The second strategy in our proposal is to use small group and peer-based learning activities and peer instruction to promote problem solving, increase problem solving skills, and promote student collaboration and communication. An example of this is AmSty, and I would give a big hello to our classmate, Mr. Joel White, who does a wonderful job coming into the schools, and then teachers that are AmSty certified can use these resources and activities throughout the year. So this is another thing that we would be promoting, and it as one of our strategies. This ties into Common Core Standard 2 and reason abstractly and quantitatively. It's so important for students to be able to reason, and we hear oftentimes from college teachers, and it seems like as students go through school, teachers in the next grade will complain sometimes about how the teachers come into them, the students come into them cannot think abstractly about math. And small group activities are a wonderful way to promote this. And it also serves to promote student collaboration, which we're trying to accomplish. This would also go along with Common Core Standard 3, construct viable arguments and critique the reasoning of others. With peer instruction especially, students have to defend what they believe the answer is, and they also have to make judgments or critiques about their neighbors' answers. Moving along, strategy number 3, cross-curricular STEM-based projects involving math, science, and English classes to promote communication skills and to promote making connections across disciplines. With our English teacher in 8th grade attending this CPR2 workshop this summer, we had an opportunity to talk about how we could use cross-curricular instruction, and she had several good ideas about how she could do things in English even that would tie to math and science. So this is something that I would want to promote in this CIP. Number 4, small group Tier 1 and Tier 2 instruction involving problem solving. If necessary, Tier 3 interventions should address the goal and objectives stated in the CIP. Of course, this would be determined by the PST. CIP strategy number 3 would be implemented each semester. Number 4 would be weekly or more often as needed and as determined by the PST team. Number 5 strategy, CPR2 professional development. This is something that can be done in the fall. Teachers can get training and get CPR2 instruction on how to conduct activities that we're proposing in their classrooms and learn about working with problem solving in small group settings. This would be done in the fall. Number 6, subject area meetings of math teachers in grades 5 through 8 to give opportunities for elementary and junior high teachers to collaboratively discuss and share ideas that work. Mr. Horton discussed that some teachers have gotten high results from their students year in and year out, and so I'm promoting a strategy to have teachers meet together collaboratively and discuss ideas that work and share things that work and things that have not worked. For analysis and evaluation, the most significant strength of this experience is that it provided an excellent opportunity for me to put myself in position of an administrator who is responsible for curriculum and continuous improvement. In addition, it gave me many ideas. It sparked ideas within me and improved my confidence in being able to successfully coordinate a curriculum improvement for an entire school. I would say a negative of the project was that due to it being in the summer, teachers were on vacations, and I wasn't able to collaborate with as many teachers as I would have liked to. It was limited to my discussion with the principal and the teachers who attended the CPR2 training earlier in the summer. Otherwise, I believe this is a solid standards-based plan. I know it was a good experience for me, and I thank you for watching.